present in over 100 experiences covering 20 genres. Virtual Presence Productions.
Do you get anything? No, hillbillies don't ever get anything. We have debts.
They get elegies.
Oh, oh brother, when our...
Actually, that gives you a whole John Lennon vibe, man.
You know, I'm a chameleon, man.
Yeah.
You've seen my characters.
That looked like you wrote a couple hit songs.
Yeah. All right, so welcome to...
Where?
I don't know what the fuck this is. This is Virtual Presence Podcast 9, so let that little graphic
There were 8 more before me.
It's a monthly podcast.
Whoa, so I'm in the 9th month? So I'm like the end of a pregnancy?
This is the best news we've ever had in the history of this podcast, and I'm having you here to tell it to.
So I should feel honored.
Dude, this is huge. I'm not kidding. This is, honest to God, the craziest updates I've ever had.
What's a shup date?
Shit, I was going to say. But it's also flashing the fundamentals.
Interspersed together somehow.
So it's a 2-for-1. I don't know if it means we're going to get into the stuff we usually get into in Flashing the Fundamentals, which is like just life stuff. But I don't know. But I have a bunch of shit to get through because I have been teeing up stuff with people online for so long.
For teeing up?
Oh, because we're in a mini golf course?
Yeah. GolfCon 9.
GolfCon 9. We're at the GolfCon 9. You know what? That's a good way to start things off. GolfCon 9. Guess what's happening next month for the first time in 10 years?
You're going to have a GolfCon tournament.
No.
What?
It's a Hats and Mini Golf episode.
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to call it Drinks and Mini Golf this time.
So when do I show up?
Well, if you'd get that fucking plane fixed, maybe it would be sooner. That's up.
The plane is fixed.
Yeah, but you haven't.
The pilot is rusty.
Right. His plane's been down under construction, whatever the fuck happens, and then
it's called maintenance. Construction is for our house.
The word. And I was like, I want to shoot this for the opening, the fastest DeLorean in VR, and I said, can we go out? And he's like, ooh, I got some training I have to do, and I'm like, well, yeah, why don't you get that? You get that done first.
Get it out of the way.
Get that out of the way because I don't want to. I'm already scared that, you know what I'm scared of is that if I die in a plane with you, nobody will give a fuck. Because it'll be like Mayor Goldie and his friend Wilson.
And the
right. I would. It's like, goddamn.
No, dude, you got to realize it just won't happen because the plane has a parachute. The parachute brings the plane down and it lands like you're jumping off of a 10-foot fence.
Okay.
So, yeah, well, I mean, that's better than being 10 feet under.
Right. But I've always been like, I don't want to fly with this dude because when I die, I want to at least get a fucking byline.
So first of all, what do you call it when you expose everything? I forget the term.
Exposed.
But anyway, everyone has said that.
Right.
And everyone who has ever flown with me was, oh my God, you're so professional. That's to let you know that the FAA doesn't let a lot of idiots. There are idiots in the air, but they slip through the cracks. And I'm not one. Now, what?
I mean, plane crashes happen. It's not,
clear transparency.
Right? But
that's what I was saying.
It does happen. There's some shit that's out of your control.
That's
what if the parachute doesn't work?
Then that was $22,000 misspent.
$22,000 for a parachute. Boy, it'd be cheap.
Let me tell you something.
It'd be a cheap investment if that shit goes off.
Exactly.
Wow. Anyway, the reason I was saying all this is Jim O'Hare from Parks and Recreation. He's releasing a book, and it's been 10 years since we did those Hats and Mini Golfs. And we're going to do another one, but we're going to do it in VR180, which is, I've actually got a cameraman we've been practicing. This is hard to shoot.
Are you gonna play against him?
Mm-hmm.
So you've got a cameraman?
Well, so we're gonna have a cameraman doing the VR180 stuff, but then for the actual shots and the action, that's gonna be flat and it's gonna be overlaid because it's almost too much.
You can't really do much movement with the VR camera.
Well, and then the other problem is that how do you keep the other cameras out of the shot when everybody's 180? Because you know what I'm saying? Like
so you keep the camera at between 181 and 359.
Right. Well, no. What happens is the 180 camera guy is going to be here, and the flat guy is going to be
right behind him. Oh.
And we're going to have to. It's an organizational thing. But yeah, that's very cool. That's happening for the first time.
Good. Jim O'Hare is cool, dude. I remember
Jim
when
O'Hare
you did it the last time.
Yeah, he's just the nicest person. Although they've said he would go to an opening of a garage door, so it's not. I don't feel exactly. He's too nice. I think that was really a cut on me. Like he had, there's no business him being in my backyard.
Really trying to. There's no business. I should have been in your backyard.
Right. Oh my God.
All those years ago.
But no, it's funny because like
Claudia Wells told me she's
nuts.
bringing me to a backyard golf tournament.
Yep.
No, she said a golf tournament.
Yeah, but you got competitive.
Yeah.
You got he got.
I actually got a friendship.
You did. But you got competitive. That's what's funny. He was supposed to leave, and then he got pissed at his score, and he was like, "Man, fuck this."
I played real golf.
He got pissed, and he did it. He kept doing it till he got a par. And he's like, "All right, I'm out." And fuck you guys are weird. I'm gonna leave. But I got my fucking my par or whatever.
Yeah.
23.
They had a CBS television camera truck here in Adam's backyard. I was blown away from that point on.
I was pretty surprised. I was like, how did I will this to happen? Speaking of willing to happen, dude, some shit I'm about to say. All right,
Let's talk.
I've been setting it up with these guys forever. Basically, most of the people that watch this are other guys that have this camera equipment or other VR180 filmmakers that they keep trying to push it and it ain't working. And so I'm like, guys, I'm going to do it. I'm going to push this to a point where it becomes mainstream, because if it becomes mainstream and more people watch it, they'll start making better cameras, etc., etc., etc. Like you gotta drag the dog. Here we go. First up, USC. Since we last talked.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I had to do a gig with the USC Trojans, or a pitch basically, and I put a video on Facebook, and I was very embarrassed by it. It was hard, dude.
God,
man,
you're like a Buckeye dude.
No,
man.
yeah, it's right there. But it was difficult because
Ohio State, I didn't see it.
Part of the pitch is you'll be the first team in the Big Ten to even be doing this, and like, wow, they're saying it. I'm just like, God damn it. But I don't live in Ohio. There's nothing I can do.
You know what? So if you cheated on your wife in another state, is that cheating, or does it not matter?
I gotta listen. There's nothing I can say. I have to. I gotta.
You know, everyone has a price, bro.
No,
it's okay. It's
bitch.
okay, man.
Such a
You know what? It's the American way. Live with it.
Anyway, it went well. The guy that's been taking me around to all these different things, name's Hef. He's an alumnus of that. And
Hold up.
it's not, fuck off. It's not that Hef. He's alive, and that's the first part. Is he's alive? His name's John Hefner. He works for Bally Sports.
And then we asked you the obvious question: is he related to Hugh Hefner?
Motherfucker, I never asked him.
You know what? That would have been like. Is it spelled the same way?
You know it is.
Wow, really?
It never actually.
It's funny how Flash thinks and Fundamentals thinks.
Are you related?
Oh, this is real time.
To Hugh? I gotta add in all the ums and stuff to feel somewhat sheepish for even asking this question.
Sheepishness in 180 VR.
All right, so that's enough.
That's interesting. Okay,
we gonna find out.
Yeah.
But he shot this thing for Prime Ticket back like 20 years ago, Reggie Bush and USC, where it was like fly on the wall.
Oh wow, Reggie Bush.
Yeah, fly on the wall stuff. He has all this incredible. It was so incredible that Pete Carroll, he turned the show off. He's like, you showed way too much shit of like what we were saying in the locker rooms. But he has these pieces, and then they like they kept doing it, but they didn't do it as well as the first two episodes where they're literally in the fucking locker room and people are giving away stuff.
They're in that secret space.
But he was like, dude, with your camera, and this could be amazing. So it was kind of like a dual pitch. He wanted to give the team back all this footage that they didn't have that they could use for whatever they want. He also wanted to show them my stuff. They loved it. I don't know what the business model is because usually the colleges aren't groundbreaking, right? It's usually the professionals that do something and the colleges try to emulate it. But you never know. Maybe ULC will want to do something like this.
So I appreciate that, but do you want to apologize to Ohio State? I mean, I would get it on camera so that they would know it was genuine.
How do I even pitch to Ohio State?
I didn't say pitch.
I got it.
So here is a guy who bleeds. What is it? The red you bleed? Is that what you told me? What was the?
It's scarlet and gray,
scarlet,
motherfucker.
See, exactly. I knew I was somewhere in the color vicinity.
Red, brown.
However, now you're scarlet and gold.
No, it's
what
more
is
like
it?
It's burgundy.
Burgundy and gold. So we're in the same family.
First of all, I haven't done it. I just made the pitch to the athletic director too. Like it was.
That's the top of the.
I mean, it was. I was really impressed with it, guys. This guy's got some contacts. So
so that's in the hopper.
That's in the hopper. But I just wanted to. That's what happened. That's why that video went up. All right, here's where it starts getting crazy. Holy shit! So we are going to meet with the LA Clippers. That morning, I get notification. I've been bugging this guy from Spectrum for a while. He's like, "Yeah, you can go to Lakers Media Day on Monday." And I went,
"What?"
Yeah. And I was like, "Whoa, hang on a second." So he's like, "You know what? I liked your pitch. I think this is going to be super valuable." And I wrote to him and I said, "Dude, LeBron and his kid putting on their uniform for the first time is a moment. And I feel like we should capture it in VR180. Like this brilliant. Is like, I just, no money. We have to capture this. I don't know what we'll do with it. You can hold the memory cards, brother, but we gotta, maybe not the memory cards, is $400 a piece, but like, you got the footage. But I think this is going to lead something." And he goes, "You're right." And he said, "Cool. So on Monday morning, I'm going to be hanging out with LeBron and his kid, shooting this in VR180." Oh, and God.
Where is this taking place?
Monday.
No. Is there a secret location?
El Segundo and their practice facility.
Their training facility.
Training facility. So, holy shit. That could have been the end of my day. I was like, because I said...
Wow.
I said like...
wow, that's kind of deep.
Before the NFL stuff or any of that kind of stuff happened.
LeBron and his son. That's...
Wow,
that's big.
Before Bronny was at USC, I said, I want to document that day with this camera because it feels like you're there. And to me, if I'm Bron, right? If I'm LeBron, in 20 years, I want to put on these glasses and just be there again, right? I just want to feel wouldn't it be cool to hang out with your kid when he was 8? Just for a little bit because they're annoying as fuck, right? But like for a little bit, it would be a really interesting thing. So, holy shit, that's happening Monday.
That's
oh my
huge,
God,
man. That's huge.
That is crazy. So I get to the Clippers. As I get out of the fucking car, John goes, "By the way, just got the okay from so and so at the Dodgers. You can shoot Ohtani." He already knows what's gonna happen. This is a sad. Well, you guys just watched a video of this shit. This fucking guy.
So we go from LeBron to Ohtani. Boy, you're living a good life.
I'm living a good life, except for the fact that they, it was for 50-50. They wanted me to capture this moment of 50-50. They gave me the thing. Because he had a homestand Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. He was at 48 and 49. And they're like, okay, so as long as he doesn't get a stolen base and 2 home runs, and the game had already started and he hadn't. But man, I'm coming home from this meeting at the Clippers. I got the radio on. He's got two stolen bases, so that part's done. He's gone 3 for 3, and he hasn't gotten a home run. Like, I'm good. And then, God damn it, he hits a home run in the 6th. I'm like, we only has one more at bat. What are the chances?
They're pitching to him. I can't believe they're pitching to him.
Jesus fucking Christ!
The other way, back it goes, gone!
It's Ohtani.
He ends up having the single greatest game any offensive player has ever had in the history of the game. He had 10 RBIs in that game.
That dude is a beast, man.
And he does it so effortlessly. I mean, he just does it so, and all I do, just don't hit a home run.
So he hits
a home run. I get to be at this moment, and he hits 2. He finds a way to get back up again.
So wait a minute. So you missed out on the 50 for 50. You missed out on the Super Bowl. But look at all the other stuff.
That's true. But there was a moment when that happened. I turned to my wife. I'm like, am I really going to get this close to these fucking things? And they're just be like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm just fucking with you. Like, I absolutely waiting for like Sunday night to get a text from the Lakers people going, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. It's not going to happen.
Don't put it in the universe.
Well, but I just have to, dude. No, dude. Back. I'm the opposite. I put it out there so I prepare myself for what could inevitably happen.
That is the absolutely wrong energy.
But for a guy who gets his ass handed to him a couple times a year, it feels like that's the way you keep from doing heroin.
That's a defense mechanism you're doing, so you're automatically admitting defeat.
Oh, no. My actions are boom.
Okay.
But I'm just telling you, man, I think the mental side of it, you have to prepare yourself or you're going to do heroin. Like, I've avoided heroin and hookers. I've avoided it. I've
avoided heroin.
And hookers. Like, I haven't had to go to those. My whole life is shooting for the stars and get my nuts knocked off. But But so far, we're good. I haven't gotten to the good stuff. But yeah, so Dodgers.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. So Dodgers. Look at this. I'm using a pencil and a pad of paper. Dodgers. They still want to shoot something. And the reason they want to shoot something is they want to have something ready to show the powers that be for spring training for 25, right? So I got to shoot something with them, hopefully by sometime next month before the playoffs and so on and so forth, because what we're pitching is what I pitched to them, which is, dude, literally just putting this camera on Ohtani, doing anything, will sell to the Japanese market.
Boom.
Boom. Money.
Boom.
It's crazy because they can't be at the games. They can only watch it on TV. Imagine if they can throw on their goggles and sit with Ohtani having lunch.
P.T. Barnum, I swear.
Well, but I mean, I'm being honest. Wouldn't you like it? You just get to hang out with him doing stupid stuff. And that's part of my whole
You're
reel.
You're a guy with ideas.
My whole point of that reel is all the stuff that is boring as fuck on TV. Like batting practice, it's like, it just does. Boy, it's not boring when you're there. Like I told him with the basketball, I said, if I brought my kid to come watch LeBron warm up, right? When would he say, I've had enough? When would he want to leave the court? I'm like, he wouldn't. Because in person, that shit is incredible. On TV, he's warming up. Who the fuck wants to see that? I want to see him dunk it. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah. Not in this thing. So... But it's working. They're ready to go. But I need a few more things in place there. Have we even gotten into the... Okay, so now we go to the Clippers meeting. And I was at the Intuit Dome.
Oh, the new stadium. You been in there?
The new arena. It's amazing.
I keep calling it a stadium in my mind.
It's gorgeous. It kind of feels like a stadium because the way they do the outdoor stuff, it's huge. And it's right next to SoFi Stadium.
Right.
It looks all futuristic and whatnot.
That whole corridor, man, is like a whole new world.
Right. So the LA Clippers watch it. Guy liked it. He starts texting the next man up, right? He was the PR guy. He wants this guy to see it. That guy couldn't see it. But it didn't matter. He said, you have to shoot the first time they play in preseason and the first time the opening night. You have to. He took me downstairs, which has an entire practice facility under the... I don't...
Dude, I'm not impressed. It makes sense.
Dude, but
it only makes sense. It only makes sense.
It feels
I'm
like
going to spend $1 billion and have you guys catch a bus some $2 billion... $3 billion.
I don't know. It's a lot more than $1 billion now. But like, you go downstairs in the practice facility, it looks like you're in a warehouse underground. I mean, it's massive, dude. It's as big as an arena underground. It's
without the seats.
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
Wow.
Oh no, there's like 4 courts.
Oh yeah,
and all the weight room, and I can't wait to show you guys this stuff. Like this is so exciting.
Wow.
And then he wants me to be with the players as they run out on the court and go out with, like, he wants people to experience what it's like to do that. And then we're putting this together to show Ballmer, the owner. If that happens, if Ballmer sees this,
sky's the limit.
Yeah, the sky becomes the limit because I don't know how you say,
I don't like this.
I don't know. Like, everybody who sees it says, oh, this is the future. This is incredible. I didn't know this could be done, because the only other people doing it, Apple, acts as if it's this magic trick that they fucking invented. And they spend...
And they want to price it up here.
Oh my God, millions. Like, they're doing... And again, their stuff looks great, right? They're using 16K cameras and, like, crazy shit. But at the end of the day, it's not magic. It's just film. It's just making... It's filmmaking. So that happens on October 14th and October 23rd.
Woo! What a calendar.
Next, we're talking... we had the meeting with Amazon. We're talking with Amazon for October 24th to shoot Thursday Night Football with Vikings at Rams. And the reason
Wait a minute. Pump the brakes. Pump the freaking brakes. You're shooting it live?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what I did last year with the Rams with NFL Media. But the beauty and the poetic part about all this is that after all the stuff that happened with NFL Media...
Oh, I see how we're circling back to that Super Bowl.
We're circling back to the exact same place. But from a different perspective, this time I'm not... This gets kind of rough, but I'm not just a cameraman.
Wow, that wasn't rough. That was pretty like...
I'm not just So the NFL stuff was getting a little hinky before the Super Bowl. The way I was introduced to them was not as a production company. In fact, the person who introduced me said he would be producing and directing and doing all this, even though he never picked up a camera. And that I was just shooting. It got really ugly. Now, I proved myself when he didn't do any of those things. I, by myself, shot the whole thing, made the reel, and it greenlit the Super Bowl. They then respected me a bit more. But they were also like, we want your whole workflow. And I was like, hey, hang on. You are hiring a company. That's our IP. It was about to get ugly. But at all of these meetings, since I'm being introduced by a respectful person who's been in the business for 40 years and says, oh no, this is you. I'm the company that's providing these services to these teams. And in the Amazon Prime specific thing, I'm going to be shooting more about their broadcast day, right? I'm going to be shooting a package piece for Amazon, meaning here's what Thursday Night Football looks like. Here's the...
Prior to the kickoff?
Oh, it's almost all prior, but there'll be some kickoff stuff, but it's going to... Obviously, you'll be the players. Same kind of thing that was in my Rams reel, but it's more about, Thursday Night Football, just like Monday Night Football, like showcasing that, and then we put a reel together to show the powers that be at Amazon in Seattle, and hopefully get a way to shoot pieces of Thursday Night Football so the fans can see all the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah, I can see
so
that.
it's a little bit different from an angle, but still same access to the players, still the pregame stuff. It's still an interesting thing.
Will this stuff be available to see through something like a Oculus Quest or something?
Yeah, dude, a VR headset. No.
Okay. Anyway, I mean, because I was thinking you had mentioned Apple earlier, and I remembered that their thing was so proprietary.
Apple's their own thing. You got to let that go. Unless you work for Apple, they're not going to... They bought a VR company like me, and that's what they're shooting some of this stuff. But they release like one a month or one every 2 months. Fuck, they shot the NBA All-Star game in February. They still haven't released it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it comes out
next almost month. Again.
But that's the point. They act as if these are... This 5-minute piece is an event. And I'm like, okay... They keep. I feel like I'm going in and I'm telling all these teams and these leagues. I'm like, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. Like, it's just like you can act like it's like that and then charge $1 million, but no, it isn't. Now the reason.
But it is if you don't have the knowledge. That knowledge is worth the money.
Well, just right now it's so fucking hard to do that no one's coming to these people and doing them. But
that's some call for processing, huh?
I'm crazy, and I'm doing the journey in this. Fuck, I've done 125 journey videos in this format, right? I'm nuts about it. So again, we have not gotten confirmation on the Amazon stuff. We still have time, but that's in process. I think it's going to happen.
Which Thursday Night Football? That's
October 24th, Vikings and Rams.
Okay.
All this is happening in one goddamn week. But that's not the best part. And the part that made me go all, Oklahoma. You see that video where I was like, Oklahoma. I got all excited that I got this big moment.
You know, sometimes I don't watch a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I understand. A lot of my stuff.
I still watch television in 4:3 perspective.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You do not have a 4:3 TV.
Well, but it's black on both sides. But I mean, when I watch vintage television, it's shot in 4:3.
Yeah, like MeTV. Yeah, I understand.
Exactly.
Right. So I have so many jokes. I'm just gonna hold back.
Doesn't matter. And I remember a rotary dial phone. You have any more jokes?
I remember.
You do too,
dude. Our background. We're not that much different in age, man. So here's the part that this is when it got real. So, L.A. Kings hockey team. I did a test for them.
You have run the full spectrum.
Every goddamn fucking team in the whole city. Like, it's crazy. I don't know what's left. Like, he actually gave me the opportunity to do Anaheim Angels. I was like, that's a little far. Like, I've gotten to that point. I'm like, I don't want to drive all the way to Anaheim. Dodgers are right there. Like, that. I'm getting that picky, but I'm doing everything. So, LA Kings, I shot this test for him. John has the idea. Hefty's like, you know what? Put a promo together for him. He goes, I got an idea. Let's put a promo together for him that they can just put on their YouTube channel, but in VR180 to just kind of dip their toe in it, give it to them for free. We, put a 30-second. I mean, it's easy once you've shot it.
Wow,
right?
Let their fans who have VR check it out and start commenting.
And I said, oh my God, John, I haven't been able to release anything I've done. So, yes, I'll at least be able to put out a press release that says Virtual Presence Productions is partnered with LA King.
Ooh, that's perfect.
Right. Let's just give it to him. So he goes, I got a meeting with him on Friday, And, I gave him a headset. I said, you show it to him. He's like, you can't be in the meeting because it's a budget meeting. Might get a little contentious. And I'm like, well, then show him my shit first. Because that would suck.
Bro, you got a dude that's like on the main pipeline, man.
Dude, it's crazy. So he's at Bally, so he's arguing with all that kind of stuff. So that's all I thought. That's what I was hoping. So I'm my fingers are crossed. I'm waiting for the call. It's an hour after the meeting, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4. Finally, I text him. I'm like, all right, so clearly that did not go well. But if you could just
there you go.
Well, no, dude. I just usually when you have good information, you say it. And he's like, oh wait, let me call. And so he calls me, and he's like, yeah, I'm in the middle of some stuff. My family's in the.
Yeah, my life doesn't revolve around you, Adam Contras.
But wait till you hear what he just decided to wait to tell me. But actually, he was on the phone dealing with some of these logistics while driving, so that's why. He goes, yeah, they watched the thing. They're like, yeah, we'll put that up. I'm like, yes, okay, it's going to happen. We finally do something public. He goes, and so then we got to talking, and I kind of convinced him, listen, Bally will put up half of the budget for virtual presence, and you guys put up the other half.
Wait. Back up. What happened? What did you just say?
Bally will put up half.
No. Prior to that, it went further or something about the conversation.
He said he kept going.
In his meeting with them.
Yes.
Gotcha.
That while they're sitting around talking, showing people stuff, he showed some other people the longer test I made, and they're all just shooting the shit. So, clearly the budget stuff went well, right? Mm-hmm. He said he just threw it out there. The Bally's going to do half the production budget because I quoted them how much it would cost to do all this stuff.
Right.
And it's not a small fucking number, right? It's, and
Bally's not a small.
Well, but they're going through bankruptcy, dude. Like it's not
their bankruptcy's nothing like yours.
Right? Bankruptcy means a different thing to corporations. He convinced them. He's like, yeah, let's do it. So the LA Kings are going to pay half this budget. They're going to do half, and then I'm going to shoot opening night, which also happens to be 10/24, so it might be on 10/26, which means I could conceivably be shooting 10/22, 10/23, 10/24.
There's a fly in VR. Yeah, I wonder what it looks like.
It only looks good if I can get it to the camera.
All right, it's good.
Shooting 10/22, 10/23, 10/24. My kid's Boo Bash is 10/25, and then 10/26. It's going to be a crazy week. But that's not the best part. Like, yay, actual paid gig, money. LA Kings are spending money on virtual presence production. So is Bally. But here's the genius.
That's crazy.
Here's
that
the genius.
You're getting paid to do your work.
Well, but I mean, it means we're a real company, right? But here's the genius. No, I got paid from the NFL.
I'm trying to give you kudos on a higher level.
But I said, well, hang on a second, John. We haven't gotten approved from your digital people at Bally to do this. We're still waiting. They've also heard that I've been waiting for this meeting in New York to happen after the bankruptcy stuff, which got moved from September to November now. So I won't meet with people in New York until after Thanksgiving, probably. He said, you know what? I got the budget in my broadcast. He deals with broadcast. He goes, I got the budget. I'll find it. He said, but I'm just going to do it. Tell them, hey, the Kings pay for half of it. They're posting it. Get your shit together. That kind of thing, right? Like, we're just going to force their hand. We're going to say, hey, we paid for this. What are we going to do? So it's not even a prove, like, no. He's like, we're just going to do it. And then they're going to deal with it, which is like gangster. That is some gangster shit.
That's hardcore business. That means he has no F's to give right now.
Well, but I think it also, he's like, this is the future.
Yeah, and if you don't do it now, you will miss this boat.
And we paid for half of it.
And it's going down anyway.
It's going down anyway. You better figure out a way to put it up. And I'm like, I'm waiting. What the fuck am I going to owe this guy? Like, it's so, he's being so cool.
Sometimes people who are very, very successful pay it forward, Perhaps he's just paying it forward, man.
I mean, I'm trying not to, like,
I'm sure that there will be, knowing you will feel compelled to offer something.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a given.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, just the respect to even put in your neck. Well, here's what he did, and I'll give him this. I keep trying to think from his perspective. When he gave me those press passes to the Clippers and the Kings, right? Listen, I showed him that reel. Anybody could have done that reel. He didn't know I did that, right? He had no idea. So he's like, all right, let's see what you can do.
Well, when it comes to the point of having to piss or get off the pot.
Right. So he put me in a situation that wasn't going to cost him anything. And then when I came through and made it, he was like, "Oh, this motherfucker's real." He's like, "Oh shit, I didn't know he turned." I watched him stand there, and I watched him turn.
Did you do some of that Adam shit and push the envelope while you were there?
Always. Oh, actually, with the Clippers, I didn't, because he said, in fact, the guards literally were going to give me more access. And I had him in the back of my head. He's like, "Don't piss off the Clippers. Don't piss off the Clippers. All that matters is the Intuit. Because we were in Staples then, right?" So I was like, "I'm not going to push it. I got enough." But then I did get that one shot of Russ, which I'll cut to, where I was stuck in the middle and I had to freeze, and Russ's crazy ass comes up to the camera and starts talking to himself. And he's like,
"Oh my God."
And you're like a fucking foot from him going, "Oh, this guy's crazy. This is a crazy dude. This guy is really serious about the game of basketball." And you get really, and that awesome, and you're looking around, fires going off.
It's hysterical that you always get those moments, man. That's
well,
funny,
I mean, that's what's so cool, is that it just looks like a normal camera. So if you're kind of a ninja and you're just kind of, people don't realize what you're actually getting, which is a really uncomfortable situation. But that's what's so magic about this goddamn camera.
Well, the first thing I would say, okay, that camera's shooting in stereo, and since it's video, it must be two screens.
But you don't necessarily know that it's
it looks like Johnny Five from
So yeah, I'm shooting literally everything next month. And
wow, you got a busy month.
It's a busy week, but it's an unbelievable amount of updates in every sport, every goddamn sport, everything.
Do you remember ABC Sports, the guy named Roone Arledge? Roone Arledge was like the king of sports. I mean, he's the one that made Monday Night Football famous and all that other kind of stuff. You're going to be the Roone Arledge of
VR180.
Yeah, because you're covering all sports when no one else is really doing it. Because to be honest, you really have to be focused on doing that, because it is a market that is absolutely underserved at this point.
Right.
It's the Wild West.
Well, I can't believe it. But is it because I've
yes, Yosemite Sam.
No, it's just crazy. None of these people had any idea this was possible.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Because they're still dealing in high definition, 8K, and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? Because first of all, headsets aren't preeminent amongst anybody roughly over 35 years old. You know?
Right.
And these executives are roughly over 35 years old.
And all the focus of these headsets are on gaming or on AI or all these other things.
Yes.
And Meta just had their Connect yesterday, right? Like their big, huge event. They announced a budget version of their Quest 3. They announced all this stuff. And I'm sitting there going, are they going to do it? Are they going to? And they didn't do it. They did not announce any entertainment VR180. They talked about, you can put a nice big screen in front of you and watch Amazon Prime. You can put a nice big screen flat in front of you and do all these things. They're more thinking about AR. And for whatever reason, the people at Meta don't value this. Oh, they're gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna.
They're gonna, because the second these teams start releasing this shit, they're gonna go, fuck, we should have done this. And then they're gonna try to grab these contracts with their production team, and I'm hoping these teams go, you can buy what we made, but we're sticking with the guy that brought us. I mean, so, dude, I'm so well positioned. That if this doesn't work out, I'm like, fuck it. I could not possibly have been in it. You know what I mean? And that's a great feeling. Like, if this all falls through, no one gave it a better shot. No one got higher up in these fucking companies. But how can all five of these? 6,
they
1,
can't.
2, 3.
They
like
can't.
No, something. This is happening.
I can't believe that they will fail. I can't.
It's crazy.
I can only believe that this is the beginning of something big.
Which brings me back to, and this is how we gonna end it. Brings me back to the King of Lemonade. This is a moniker that you gave me after the time machine thing, right?
Yeah.
And the difference for me is when I have awful shit happen, I don't want to just get past it or find the silver lining. I want to make the awful thing the literal reason that I got somewhere. Meaning for the when the time machine broke up, right? It wasn't just I got to fix it and keep going. I want to make the reason that it blew up lead me to XYZ. My movie was shelved. Fastest DeLorean was shelved when that went down. But that shot became the poster for for Fastest DeLorean.
Yeah.
And it made me finish the movie. And then we had those amazing adventures in 2018 and 2019 of releasing the movie and, you know, throwing out the pitch and all that cool shit happened. So it was actually a good thing that blew up happened. It only took me a couple weeks to fix it, but like because of that, I finished the movie. I got a fucking poster. You know what I mean? Same thing here.
You made a sequel.
If I hadn't, yeah, right, that became the sequel. If I hadn't lost the Super Bowl, I would be. First of all, if I'd gotten the Super Bowl, yeah, I mean, you're never gonna. It was 30,000.
You'd basically be an employee.
I'd be an employee with, and I would be so busy dealing with their stuff. There would never have been time to try to pitch like this, ever, right? I'd have been stuck with the guy that fucked me. I would have, not at the NFL, right? I'd have been stuck with him. I would have been seen a certain way. I would have, you know what I mean? And it would have been never ending because I'd have been working on it this whole time. But because that happened in the beginning of the year, I've spent every fucking waking second trying to make that a good thing. It took 8 months. But 8 months later, holy shit, I did it. We fucking did it.
You know what's amazing? That you literally just explained to me what I just literally say to you all the time. You took lemons and made lemonade.
You're right, king of lemonade. Yeah. But everybody, you expect it, but it's like it's a little harder when you're up close.
But I watch it happen every time.
I know you do, but like that really underscores the pain. Like me and the family.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't really underscore the pain. It just makes me look at it from an uninvolved observer, seeing the arc of how things go.
I guess, but I mean, dude. The same thing when my car blew up and my hands are burned. I'm on the phone with you.
When I saw you underneath there with your hands burned, pulling stuff apart, putting stuff in, I already knew.
I know. Well, I guess that's what the wife is for.
When you're P.T. Barnum, you don't know you're P.T. Barnum.
I'm not P.T. Barnum.
Yes, you are. You're always thinking of an idea. You're
okay.
Always, and that's what he was always thinking of ideas.
See, whenever you call me P.T. Barnum, there's a part of me that's like,
well, because
I care.
So go ahead.
The implication when I hear P.T. Barnum, I hear just like I only care about business. I don't care about people. I only care about business, and
no,
that's not me at all.
I'm talking about the idea.
You're talking about ideas.
You always coming up with an idea like that dude. That dude always. No, he probably wasn't the most empathetic individual on the planet.
Right.
You're way more.
I care way more about my family than any of this
When I say that, I mean ideas. It's like, okay, the car burned up. What do I do? Oh, this is what I do with the burned up car. Yeah. You know, because when you talk to me, it's like, it's over, Don. It's done. You were being Adam. The car burned up on the freeway. It was a good run.
I didn't say it was over, but I just
you literally said it's over.
I probably said it's over.
Literally
I probably did. It was on fire on the side of the road. I'll give you that. But even my wife, when it towed up, Talia's like, "You're done, right?" I'm like, "No, I bet I can do this." And she was like, "Sell the fucking car. I don't want you to die." And I'm like, "Give me a minute. Let me try to do this."
And then a week later, Don, it was a shorted wire that was against the such and such, and that caused it. And I found it. Yeah. Oh, really? Surprised are you?
You know, it's funny. You've known me now 10 years, and I think it is a pattern with me that I bet I can.
The challenge.
I just have that thing. That's crazy. But saying I want to shoot LeBron James and his son on the day when they play together, that's such a ridiculous thing to say. And I'm like, oh, I just got this camera. It's Sam's camera. I bet that's... Damn, is it going to land in my back fucking yard? Is that a hell? God damn. Oh, they're going to go fuck some people up.
That's an A-star. That's LAPD.
Yep. Somebody did something far away. Thank the fuck Christ, right? Oh, remember that one time we did a podcast at night? And it started circling.
Oh yeah, it was something going on.
Something was right. And I was like, "What did you do, Don?"
It's your neighborhood, bro. Don.
Yeah, you don't live anywhere near me.
Nah, my neighborhood actually has a private patrol.
Oh, whatever, dude. It's L.A. The joke is that every fucking neighborhood in L.A. has some shit going down.
Private patrol or not.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's L.A. But anyway. That's the update on Virtual Presence.
That's some good stuff, man. So I guess I'm gonna have to get a Virtual Presence Productions T-shirt when I'm on the set, like holding the cameras. And
maybe
stuff.
A hat.
I had a branding dude once said the best way to brand your stuff is to have people wear your hat, and people wear hats all the time.
Right.
Doc Brown University.
Yeah, what the fuck is Doc Brown University?
Doc Brown University is Google it.
Bitch, what?
Look, it was given to me by Bob Gale, so it means everything. That's what it means.
You know what's funny?
What? It's a derivative of Back to the Future in some way, form, or fashion.
My fans put. My friend ran into Bob Gale at a restaurant, and he was all excited. He was telling him about me and stuff, and I was just like, he's not a biggest fan of me, but because of me wearing. Remember, I wore the Rent the DeLorean shirt that one time.
Where?
At the Hollywood Bowl when I met him.
When we were backstage?
Yeah, but you remember how he met me? Here, give me a hand. He was like this. He was like, I get a cease and desist letter from my fucking logo within a week. I'm like, man. But here's what's crazy. He's like, well, tell your friend, man, you got to be at the premiere November 8th. Have him bring his DeLorean. Like, he's trying to get me to do a free gig at the premiere.
Which premiere?
The musical.
Coming up.
Yeah, he wants all the DeLoreans there.
The DeLoreans?
Yeah, obviously. He didn't know who I was. He just fucking wanted my car. And I'm like, man, that's what I hate about it. Is like the assumption I would be just so thrilled to be part of this. And I'm like, I'm a little busy. Thank God I'm a little busy. I'm not the DeLorean guy.
You let me drive that sucker.
You good luck.
What, drive me? I drove it before. That's why one of my thighs is bigger than the other one.
Yeah, it fucking hurts. That thing is rough, man. I never found out if Mr. John Hefner is related to Hugh. Oh. Never found that out.
Interesting.
He did not text me back. He's kind of like you. He either texts me back in 3 seconds or 3 days. Like, there's no in between with this motherfucker. And it's so bad with you, dude. Have you noticed that? Half the time I text you, I know what you do. This is what Don's like, oh, haha, what was that? Oh, yeah, let me help you with that. And then it's fucking gone.
No. I'll tell you exactly what I do. What was that?
No. You are thinking about responding. Somebody takes away your focus, and then you can't get it back. You got too many other things going on. You never fucking respond.
So, I don't know if this is part of Flashing the Fundamentals or podcast of virtual presence.
Okay, so
that is untrue.
What? What is untrue?
One would think that my memory was perhaps somewhat askew. No, that's not a good word.
I doubt you can remember the good word, but your memory is a bit askew. Come on, dude. You're the most forgetful motherfucker I've ever met. If you want to be friends with Don Full of Love, write it down. Write it down.
So, to be fair, your life is nowhere as busy as mine at all. I juggle a lot of balls in the air.
Dude.
You ask me all the time, how do I do it?
No, I asked you how you afford it. I didn't say how you do
it.
I was like...
Same thing. So sometimes you have what is called mental prioritization.
Right.
Sometimes those that think that they're at the top of the totem pole may sometimes be in the middle or yet even at the bottom.
I don't think I'm at the top of any of your totem poles, man.
No, you are. That. You were this morning.
Well, that's because we had that's fair. By the way...
I love it how you cut yourself.
By the way, when I texted you 9:45 to 10ish...
Yeah, you knew it was going to be 10-ish.
Well, but my problem was I was like, why did I add that ISH? This motherfucker's going to show up at noon, and then he's going to argue, that's 10ish.
What time did I get it?
You get 10:02. Yeah. 10ish, about 10ish. So you did it right. I was like, oh no. For some reason I forwarded this weird thing where it appears on the screen for 3 seconds and then... Oh my God. Should this be public?
What's that?
My fucking God.
What?
So I'm trying to make a banner for Mr. Jed Mills.
The guy across the street?
Yeah.
A banner? What kind of banner?
A banner because he's doing the Hollywood show where he signed some autographs for being the guy that killed Joe Pesci. So I made him this nice big banner and trying to give an octogenarian files to forward. Like, it's rough. He's like, oh, you got to send me another one because when I open it, it does this weird thing where it appears on screen for 3 seconds, flashes, and then disappears. It's a PDF. That has nothing to do. Like, if a PDF could do that, it would be it's not a GIF. No, it's a PDF. They need it in PDF form.
Is there any images on it?
Yeah, I'm dealing with it right now.
No. You should kiss my ass.
Yeah, right.
You said PDF. When you say PDF, I'm automatically thinking text.
But when you send JPEGs or whatever
your
format is,
you can send a JPEG as a PDF.
They want you to turn it into a
convert
PDF.
is the word you were looking for.
I didn't know if you'd fucking know that.
No, you forgot. You had a brain spasm. Fuck you, it's on film.
I know.
So now we're getting to the real stuff.
Here we go. No, we're never getting to the real stuff because every time I want you to talk about real stuff, you turn into Goldie Wilson. It makes me crazy.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Our phone calls are literally nothing like this.
I don't believe
they are the raunchiest, dirtiest.
Oh, I don't speak in that fashion.
Most racist, sexist.
No, are you kidding me?
We say the worst shit to each other.
What?
It's the funniest shit you've ever heard. I swear to God, you have no idea how funny and you will have no idea how funny our conversation.
If that were the truth, it would be so uncomfortable.
Oh my God, dude, this fucking guy, dude. Oh man, all right, we gotta end it. We gotta end it before we get too real. Anyway, awesome shit. I can't wait to see what happens next month. Ah!
And come November when you vote, remember, you better go out and vote for Mayor Goldie Wilson.
Please don't waste your vote this year. Please don't waste your vote on Mayor Goldie Wilson. It's starting to get important. So if you're
in California, you can
vote for Mayor
Goldie Wilson.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a lot more of these. Please check out my other VRLOGs and subscribe and comment. It means the world to me.